Corepunk is a adult-themed, top-down, like MOBA controls style MMO that plays kind of like OSRS. Like it's got like those kind of like grindy vibes to it. I did a full-on review of this game. I want to say last week we posted it. There's a whole bunch of like progression systems in this game that are actually kind of crazy. I think we'll just do that. This is the map. You don't have anything unlocked at the start. You have to just slowly discover it as you move along. You can start doing like gathering and stuff like right off the rip. They also don't put down map markers like where your quests are supposed to take you. You just have descriptions. So like you have to play the audio or like read the quest text in your journal or whatever. But this says like follow the road, go north, and you'll run into Maxwell. So as you travel along, like the whole game, if you notice, has fog of war. So like you can't see anything behind these trees because there's PvP in this game, like world PvP, but there's a ton of like gatherables and stuff, like walking over these like gourds, pumpkin, squash, whatever. And a lot of the missions that you do in this are like gatherables, things that you have to find, but they don't tell you like where they are. Of course, like, you know, there'll be like a wiki or something that people will draw up, and like speed leveling guides and all this other stuff as like the game progresses. So like this will be like weed seeds. See? You can pick up weed seeds. And then there's crafting systems and like augmentation stuff. There's subclassing. There's like a whole weapon mastery system where you can focus on like what you want to focus into for your class and like how you want to specialize your stuff. And then there's like these are like augments that you can add, like implants that will direct you to become like more tanky or more focused on doing like ability damage or more focused on doing like melee damage. However it is that you want to like build your character out. It's actually pretty cool, man. So like this character that I'm playing is like is supposed to be like a brawler, like up front, like in your face, like fighter. But they do have like some healing ability. So you can get implants that focus more on healing and become more of like a brawler, but more of like a support role as a brawler, which is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and he gets a whirlwind. So he has like a rage mechanic that he builds up over time. And then once this like becomes empowered, like he gets pissed off enough, he does like a whirlwind by hitting T. Well, this must be like a mount vendor. Oh yeah, cool. So it's 250 gold for a hoverboard. When I played in the playtests, this vendor wasn't here. He didn't sell mounts. You couldn't buy them. You had to just run around on foot. Yeah. So like the guy that sends you on the thing, he's got like a giant robot and he looks like a goblin. So this ends up being his brother.
Sorry you had to go through that.
So you turn in items, he gives you XP and gold. And he says, all right, well, you do this. Go find Big Mama. Big Mama was that big lady Martha that we just saw down here.
Special spice.
So you get stuff.
Oh, you're a peach, darling. Now let's get
Now she says, all right, well, I need you to make some wheat flour. It looks like. And what I've noticed through like different rounds of the playtest is that the quest changed over time. So I don't have enough wheat seeds to make wheat flour. You need 3 and I only have 2. So we have to go find some wheat seeds, which are like in the fields. So you don't regenerate health passively. There are items that you can get that do it. You have to either eat food, which like when you finish that quest, like she basically gives you snacks. Most everything in the game I've noticed has a use. They're not just like for selling off. You craft like all kinds of crazy stuff with just about everything that you find, which I think is kind of a cool addition. But yeah, so the whole game is exploration, which I actually kind of dug. When I was playing in the playtest, the servers weren't like crazily populated, so there was items kind of like everywhere. But now there's tons of people playing this right now, like checking out the game. So it's running into the same issues that we were having when I was playing WoW Hardcore Classic, where like finding certain spawns and like finding items that you need to pick up is probably going to have a little bit more competition. One of the other things that I noticed was like you'll meet NPCs that will tell you to like go and find a certain person, but you haven't met them yet. And since you haven't met them, you don't know where they are. And since you don't know where they are, you have to kind of like walk around and find them, because that's the only way that you end up locating like where anyone is. Like Quadro Sentinel, I think he has a job to like go kill stuff, except I'm too low level. So like I just kind of like zipped through the quest text, right? I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So you can click here and it'll say like, all right, patio lantern near welfare kitchen. Search barrels, crates, and chests for a bottle of whiskey. If that's not enough of a clue, you can click on the history thing, and it'll go through the whole dialogue that you've had with him ever since you met him. So you can get clues there, or you can end up like playing the audio back.
With each step.
A lot of this voice acting in this game is amazing too. Nope. Zorbal. Yeah. Yeah, look. That right there is a face only a mother could love. Oh boy. He is a special, special fella, he is. It looks like Thanos ate Thanos and then put like goblin ears on him. It looks like me. He could be my brother. He's basically family. His ears look like the soldier grunts from The Fifth Element. Thanos chin and he's got them ears. It's exactly what it looks like.
You see beautiful face?
He actually... Wait. He said, you see beautiful face. And he talks like Jar Jar.
Ugly face.
That's amazing. He knows. He knows. This is the type of class that I played during the beta. This guy's a shaman. You get like a persistent wolf companion that like follows you around. Dude, do you see the placeholder art for this? It's not leaves, it's like it looks like pieces of paper. Well, that's a fun like little graphical thing. I actually like this more. Then there's this thing too. So there's this mysticism thing. You like make magical items like amulets and rings and stuff. Oh, we found the whiskey. Sick. All right, we can hand in the whiskey. Counterfeit certificate.
Dude. Hey there, dude.
Counterfeit painkillers. So counterfeit painkillers are a crafted item. So this says use the recipe to craft some. So you go to here, and then he's got the recipe, and it tells you that it's a blue lotus and powder filler. So you learn it, and then when you go to the bench, it'll tell you this is what you need. You have no idea how to get this shit. So you have to go like do some herbalism and stuff. And a powder filler, I think, is another crafted component that is made from another, like a different crafting station, I think. Max level in this game is 20, but there's like open world PvP. In this kind of a zone, you have to flag for it on purpose, but there are zones that are like free for all, where people can just jump each other whenever they want, which is kind of an interesting concept. I think I like it.
Goes great with this weather.
Sure.
And he gives you a follow-up.
I'll do it.
That one's for wheat seeds as part of a reward. Collect a roasted carcass. So there's animals that you kill. So he gives you a recipe to make a roasted carcass, which is onion, salt, and red mushrooms. So I got salt. I don't have it. I think I picked up an onion. Yep, I got onions right here. I don't have any red mushrooms, but I know where they are. And in order to get a carcass, basically you end up looking for like some critter running around, like a squirrel or something. So like in the play tests, the drop rates for a lot of stuff were really, really low. You'd open 15 or 20 barrels and you would never see like any of the stuff that you wanted to. It would take forever. It looks like the drop rates on stuff are like way improved, which I really dig. He's hitting me and it hurts. It feels like they retuned the mob damage too. So again, like in the playtests, fighting stuff, they were like brutal. Certain enemies I think still will be, but yeah. What genre is this game? It's an MMO. There is an extraction map on it though. So they have like think of it like Dark Zone that has a full-on extraction, like full loot. Like you risk everything. Like if you die, your body's lootable. Kind of like extraction map. That would require a completely different set of tactics and like different gear makeup, because obviously like you wouldn't necessarily want to risk like the best stuff that you have, right? But you got to wear something in there. So there would be like a whole separate setup for like efficiency, right? Looks like they made a lot of quality of life improvements. Oh, there's a red mushroom. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, ooh. Not good. Pardon me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Witness my strength and shudder.
Oof. The slows are rough. Here, you take these guys. You talk to them. Oh. They turned on him. They turned on him. We're going, dude. We're going. It's his responsibility now. We're free. Survival of the fittest, man.
It's right around.
He wanted me to collect wood. And then you hand it back to him, and then he gives you a bunch of starter gear. I was wondering where he was. He wasn't here at the beginning. All right, good. So now we got campfires and stuff. So, note that, like I was talking about before, like your HP doesn't go up. So you can learn how to make a campfire. which is wood that you harvest from trees or whatever, and matches. But you get like 10 of these, right? So you can make a campfire, and then you sit at it, and your HP regens. While you're sitting, you can make it faster by eating a bread and like, you know, bake pumpkin or something, and then like you regen quicker. I love that this guy's like, don't touch anything in the house, and then you go in here and you're like opening up the fridge, like, oh, what's in here? There's nothing. Like there's interactables all over the place, and then like around the side you can like open up like little chests and stuff. Like you can dumpster dive in this game. You can also find counterfeit painkillers like that. So I just found 3 counterfeit painkillers, and he wanted me to craft them, but since I have them, I don't have to. So I can just walk up and hand them in instead, which works out way better. Oh wait, what's this guy? Oh, fuel station. Oh, for the mounts? Oh, mounts need fuel? I didn't even know that. That's cool. You have to refuel your mount.
Hey, how's the painkiller brewing going?
Yep.
Oh, and I get my next skill. So like all of your skills level up like MOBA skills. So this is like level 1 of each skill. So like next level, I pick like which one of these I want to be level 2, and then it obviously like makes it stronger.
There,
this is a recipe to make a small joint. You're making some smoke, dude. It's literally like you hit harder because you ended up smoking some drugs. It's too funny, man. So now we know how to roll our own. We just learned how to roll our own. I love it. It's kind of a cool ability, that leap. It like drug that guy along with me. I actually kind of dig this guy. I hadn't played this class before. He's kind of cool. The other thing I noticed, like netcode wise, like the game is super responsive. Spin to win. Love it. Huge thank you to Artificial Core for sponsoring the stream. They're actually a relatively small indie dev studio, and they self-publish this. And the game, from what I've seen of it and played it, actually is really fun, man. And I dig what they're doing. That person has a grenade launcher. Yeah. So this is the butcher crafting station. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
Left foot, right foot, repeat.
Some of their voice lines when they're running around are pretty funny too. All right, so see how I could hear him kind of grumbling. So these guys do a stacking bleed. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drop them or not. Maybe if we get the spin. Oof. Yeah, I don't know, bull. Nope. See the bleed? The bleed's ticking. I think they got me. I think I'm dead. Dead. So in this game, it works kind of like how WoW works. You respawn at a Keeper of Souls. You get a little bit more movement speed. They're kind of close by, and then you just basically run to your body. So then you get to your body, you res. You get to pick up the shit that I dropped. So in this game, you don't drop gear unless you're like on like the extraction map. You would drop gear. You drop like materials, like some of your mats will fall on the floor. Then you can retrieve them, or somebody else loots them off of you or whatever. But you don't end up like losing all of your stuff, thankfully. Yeah, the directional audio in this game is actually really clean, because you can hear like enemies and stuff like breathing or buzzing or whatever on the other sides of trees. But then once you break like their line of sight, then it's like, oh, then they'll come after you. Yeah, gameplay a little bit V-Rising-y. Yeah. So like if you played like V-Rising or MOBAs, you know, like League or Dota, it's very much like those controls.
My chickens are
Done. We're actually moving pretty good, man. Moving along. Oh, dude. Okay. All right. Now we got implants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of XP too. I think we're gonna take the spin to win again.
You need leather, amber, iron ingot, and 2 jewelry wood.
Yeah. So this quest takes a while. He wants you to craft this assault launcher. So you have to mine and make iron ingots. You have to do lumber stuff and make a jewelry wood. You have to kill wolves and loot like carcasses off of their body, like skin them and make leather from it. And then you have to mine an amber. So it takes like all of the different professions, which is kind of a cool quest. But it took me like, when I did that in the playtest, it took me like 2 days. Because it's like you have to run around and just get tons and tons of nodes. Because like one of the starter nodes doesn't all drop like the same stuff. It's like you get a variety of like 3 or 4 different items that come off of them. And you need like the one specific thing like multiple times in order to be able to craft the stuff that you're looking for. That's a corpse. That's a dead person who had sugar on him.
Prepare to meet your maker.
What is going on? Circle strafe, circle strafe. That's the way you do it right there, boy. Then I should have points. 370 out of 500. Yeah, so we should definitely get this. I think I just had the 1 point, right? I don't know what these little pluses are. Maybe it like improves the damage. So for every opponent hit, I gain a charge of my passive skill up to 3. So that's massive because that means that I will hit the max faster, and we can do the spin to win earlier. Okay, done. Oh, I get a chess piece. Sick. Oh, this guy wanted me to like stomp these, like pull weeds or something. Pull out the weeds. Yep. 1. Oh, I get root. Oh, you get fragrant root out of this? Oh, this is awesome. I need these. This is perfect. See, quest speeding quests. You love to see it. All right, another quest.
Also,
Thick boar mammoth, leaf chitin, iron rivets. I remember the iron rivets in this were something that I couldn't find for a while. They're like hanging up on the board over here. It's like this like little shieldy looking deal. It took me forever to find that. Oh, I love that. That's so sick. A lot of the complaints that I had about like the game feeling grindy or like overly difficult or like drop rates and stuff being so low, they vastly improved on. It feels so much better. Like this is a really fun experience this morning. Actually, it's way higher quality of life than the playtest. I didn't even think the playtests were bad then either. It's just they made it better. I dig it. Oh, that's right. I can choose a mastery. So they have subclassing in this. These 2 classes at the bottom aren't in the game yet, but you can choose like an augment. Like when I made the review, I said they had a subclassing system, like a multi-class system, like what Dark and Darker wishes it had. So you can say like, all right, well, I'm going to have 5% physical magic damage, physical/magic damage crit chance, 2% health regen when no allies are around, which is kind of crazy because if you're playing solo, like 2% health regen is sick. 5% move speed, health, 25% aggro generation, 5% damage on the warrior side. So when you hit this, it opens up a tree like this. Like you get passive 5% move speed, but then it's like, all right, character and nearby allies receive 5% movement speed. Works only if allies are by you. You get 5% reduced damage from all sources if allies are nearby. Outgoing damage of character and nearby allies is increased by 5%, again, only if you're in a party. So you get like this passive support thing. Or you can go like, all right, well, I'm going to get 5% crit chance. And then it's like, all right, well, once you get a crit, you can get 10% crit strike chance for 5 seconds on top of that. Using a skill, the next auto attack is an increased physical crit chance of 10% with a 2.5%, 2.5 second internal cooldown, or increases physical or magical crit strike chance by 2% every 10 seconds outside of combat with a 50% kicker as maximum. And then it goes down the tree.
Straight on.
So I really dig like how they've done the subclass stuff. I think it's really cool. Actually, I think my sponsored segment's done. I was only supposed to do this for like 2 hours. Actually, it was done an hour ago. My sponsored segment was 2 hours long, and it's been almost 3. Wasn't even paying attention. That's how I know that I'm having a good time because I'm not clock watching. Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I really enjoy it. I put 40 hours into it when they wanted me to do like a review of the game because I wanted to like understand it before I ended up doing the review. Because they paid me to make a review of it. And I was like, okay, I just want you to know, like, I'm not going to write something like, I'm not going to write a fluff piece. Like, you know, I got a reputation to like try and uphold here. It ain't much of one, but it's all I got. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, it's fine. But I liked it then, and they've improved on so much stuff from then to now. It's awesome. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for staying for the sponsored stream, and we'll see you soon, okay? All right. Peace.